The Nintendo Switch has 118 first-party games, and in 10 minutes, I'm about to rank them. I don't have much time for this intro, because if in 10 minutes you have 600 seconds, I only have about 5 seconds per game, and even less when you account for this intro. So let's start. 1-2 Switch was a cool tech demo, but nothing more than that. B. Snipperclips was fun during the first year because it was one of the only games you could play, and also encouraged indie support, which had a massive impact, but the game itself is just alright. B. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild still holds up to this day, one of the icons of the Switch and inspired open worlds. This is a top tier game. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is just a Wii U port, but is the go-to party game with friends around. ARMS was a fun attempt at a new IP, but I felt like it just copied the Splatoon formula. A. Splatoon 2 is basically the same as Splatoon 1, which means that it's really good. S. But a bit underwhelming. A. Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle is the weirdest collab I've ever seen Nintendo do, but the gameplay is surprisingly fun. A. Pokken Tournament DX is probably one of the only Pokemon games with good graphics. The gameplay is alright, but I'd rather play Smash. B. From what I've seen, Fire Emblem Warriors looks like a generic Warriors game, but I've not played it. Mario Odyssey is literally just a clean platformer with amazing mechanics. Triple S tier. Xenoblade Chronicles 2. It kind of departed from the series norm and made people look at it as an anime game. The English voice acting was a bit bad, but I'd still say it's a B tier game. I've not played any of the Bayonetta, so unfortunately that's going in not played. Kirby Star Allies, it's just a Kirby game and it's really short. B. I do think that Labo is very innovative and cool, and for young kids it might be a worthwhile investment, but for me this was just F tier, and I did enjoy the building process, but after that it just became a bit of cardboard in my room. Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. Although it gives me a bad taste in my mouth because of how long it's been since the last Donkey Kong game, this is going in S. Hyrule Warriors is not as good as Age of Calamity, and again it feels a bit generic. B. Pokemon Quest is a free to start game and is actually surprisingly fun for the first few days, but it does get very repetitive. Sushi Striker, I've heard good things, not played. Mario Tennis Aces, I actually really enjoyed it and it had a pretty in-depth story mode. A tier. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, I'm pretty sure this is based off of the mini games in 3D World and it's a solid game. B tier. Torna the Golden Country, a massive upscale from 2, and a lot of people would put this in A or S, and while I would put it there just for the story alone, the gameplay was very grindy. I'll put it just above Xenoblade 2. Super Mario Party. This is known as one of the worst Mario parties, but I still think it's better than the recent ones we got on the Wii U. Top of B. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, they looked stunning and they had some quite cool mechanics, but it is just Pokemon. B. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This carried Nintendo Directs for like 3 years and gave us some of the most hype reveals. The game itself is also amazing. Triple S. On the other hand, Mario Bros. U Deluxe is the most generic game ever. You can still have fun, but B. Tetris 99 is actually a very unique game, and I think you can have quite a lot of fun with it, so it's going in B. Yoshi's Crafted World, I actually love the art style in this, and the gameplay is pretty fun. Again, very short, probably not worth the money. Middle of B. I've not played Box Boy and Box Girl. Cadence of Hyrule is a rare example of Nintendo sharing their IP, but it is basically just Crypto the Necrodancer. Top of B. Mario Maker 2, my most played game on Switch. Triple S. Fire Emblem Three Houses kind of blended it with the Persona games, with the lifestyle aspects, and I really enjoyed that. S tier. Astral Chain, a lot of people say it's very underrated, and while I do agree, I think the story was a little weak. Bottom of A. Kirby Clash was just a 3DS free-to-play game, and it can be fun, it's just not for me. Link's Awakening has an amazing art style, and is an amazing remake of an amazing game. A for amazing. Ring Fit Adventure, it's like the Switch version of the Wii Balance Board, and everybody loves the Wii Balance Board, right? A tier. Luigi's Mansion 3, not for me, did have very good graphics, a lot of people love it, but I thought it was a little slow paced. B. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, not played. Stretches, what the hell? I have no idea what that is, not played. Pokemon Sword and Shield, a lot of people didn't like the graphics, but comparing it to Scarlet and Violet, they're not too shabby. I actually didn't mind them, but it was my first Pokemon game, so I think I will put it in B, but when I first played them, I probably would have put them in A. Brain Training, not played. Tokyo Mirage Sessions, I haven't finished, but I did play. I thought it was alright. It was a cool collab. Pokemon Home, is that even a game? I'm not gonna rank that. Mystery Dungeons Rescue Team, not played. Animal Crossing New Horizons, the lockdown smash hit, still waiting for the new one. Hopefully we see that with the Switch too. Triple S. Good job, not played. Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition is a perfect remake, but the combat is still a little boring for me. Bottom of A. 51 World War Games, Scott was his favourite Switch game somehow. It is fun, but it's just board games. I can't see myself putting it anywhere above A. Jump Rope Challenge, it's cute, but it probably took about 10 minutes to develop. Pokemon Cafe feels like a mobile game. It's fun on mobile, on Switch. I just feel like I'm wasting my time. Paper Mario Origami King, not played. Super Mario 3D All-Stars doesn't exist on the eShop anymore, but it is very cool and feels weird playing Mario Galaxy on the Switch. A tier. Kirby Fighters 2, not played. Mario Bros 35, I'm gonna put that in not played, even though I did, because I feel like I can't rank that really. Mario Kart Live Home Circuit, this is why I love Nintendo, these kind of things. Although a lot of people didn't really like it, I wouldn't say it failed, because the technology used is actually very cool. On your screen, you're literally playing Mario Kart in your house. A tier. Time UFO, not played. Pikmin 3 Deluxe, I kind of get a 1-up here because I didn't play the Wii U version, so it feels like like a new game to me, but this is actually an S tier for me. I saw a trailer when I was younger for Pikmin, and I only had a 3DS, so I got Hey Pikmin, and it didn't really hit the spot, and so like 5 years later, playing this felt very satisfying because I was finally playing that game from the trailer. Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, various frame rate issues, but that aside, I'd say it's a low A game. Super Mario 3D World, bit generic, banging music, bottom of A. Pac-Man 99, not as good as Tetris 99, I'm not putting it in F. In fact, I think I'm going to make a new tier just for this, D, and I'm going to move the bottom 5 down. Pokemon Snap, another very good looking Pokemon game, little bit boring after a while, B tier. Famicom Detective Club, I felt like every time I was just spamming buttons. Same with Emio, which I guess I'll rank now. I'll put them both in D for me personally. Miitopia, I'm putting it in D just because I wish it was Tomodachi Life. Game Builder Garage, cool concept, I'm sure a lot of kids love it, but it's not for me. D tier. Mario Golf Super Rush, this story mode is the most anticlimactic thing ever. It looks cool in the trailers, and if I'm honest, it does have pretty good graphics, but I don't recommend getting it. There's like no content. Skyward Sword HD, they barely changed it. I'm gonna put it here. Pokemon Unite was interesting. I played it for about 2 months at launch, but now whenever I log in, it's just filled with pop-ups. It has just become a stereotypical mobile game. D tier. Warioware, I was so underwhelmed with this. People said Warioware was amazing, but yeah, it was about 2 hours of content. It is fun with friends, and I did have a bit of fun with that, but we had one session playing it, and then you never really want to put the cartridge back in because you know what's going to come up. B tier. Metroid Dread, this was my first Metroid game, and I absolutely loved it. The movement was so clean. S tier. Mario Party Superstars, a lot of people said that this one was one of the better Mario Parties, and the best one on Switch, but if I'm honest, I didn't really enjoy it. This one's going in B. Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, D tier. These were terrible remakes. Big Brain Academy is actually really underrated. I wouldn't say it's anywhere above B, but for what it is, it's really fun. Pokemon Legends Arceus, finally experimenting with the Pokemon IP. It's not amazing by any means, but definitely a step forward. B tier. Kirby and the Forgotten Land. I'm pretty sure this is Kirby's first 3D game, and what a way to start. S tier. Switch Sports, very underwhelming. When it was announced, everyone was excited. This basically removed Mii's. I'm hoping Switch 2 has Mii's. B tier. Mario Strikers Battle League. This is the bad Mario sports game. I actually really liked the gameplay, which is kind of controversial, but man, the updates and the content available was appalling. D tier. Fire Emblem's Warriors 3 Hopes, not played. Xenoblade Chronicles 3. A lot of people will disagree with me, mostly because they haven't played it, but this is my favorite game of all time, so obviously it has to go in triple S. Kirby's Dream Buffet. It was a cute game that released in the summer. It's only about £12. B tier. Splatoon 3. This actually added content. S tier. Mario & Rabbids Sparks of Hope. It tried to get that same feeling we got from the original, but it kind of fell flat. B tier. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, not played, and I don't plan to. They look terrible. Fire Emblem Engage. Loved the gameplay, story was terrible. A tier. Metroid Prime Remastered. Oh my god, this was beautiful, and it shadow dropped, which is crazy. I'm putting this in A tier. I think it was an S tier game at the time, but it was a bit repetitive for me. Kirby Return to Dreamland, not played. This Bayonetta spin-off, not played. Advance Wars 1 and 2. This one took ages to release because of the war in Russia. This was my first Advance Wars, and I think it was a B tier. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. How could you not put this in triple S? It's debatable whether it was better or worse than Tears of the Kingdom, but if you look at it from a pure content perspective, it had so much more than Breath of the Wild. Pikmin 1 and 2, I'm just going to put that in B. I actually really liked them, but they're literally just ports. Everybody Want to Switch, absolute F. Why was this even made? Pikmin 4, I'm putting that in S tier. It was so long between Pikmin 3 and 4, so people thought it was dead. Pikmin 4 revived the series, and it sold pretty well. F099, again, revived the series. B tier. I've just realized it says newbie. Anyway, Detective Pikachu Returns, F tier. I don't know what the hell this is. In England right now, you can get this game for like 10 quid on eBay because nobody wants it. Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Oh my god, this was great. This was literally my first video. It didn't really inspire me to make videos or anything. It was just the latest thing when I started, but it was a breath of fresh air from the new Super Mario games. Warioware Move It, same thing as the other one, B tier. Mario RPG, I love the art style, but the gameplay was a little generic, but definitely a unique story. A tier. Another Code Recollection. I've heard M Swizzle say so much good about this on his podcast, but I've never played this. Mario and Donkey Kong, not played this either. Doesn't really interest me at all, nor does Princess Peach Showtime. Endless Ocean Luminous, F tier. One of the most boring games Nintendo has ever released. It had so much potential, but yeah, not for me. Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door, amazing remake. I'd never played the original. Might be slightly overhyped. A lot of people said it was one of the best Mario games ever, or at least the best Paper Mario, and I did enjoy it, but I would describe it as pretty good, not the best. Luigi's Mansion 2 HD, I actually did play this on 3DS. NES, and if I didn't like Luigi's Mansion 3 too much, I did not like this one, D tier. Nintendo World Championships NES edition, I played it non-stop for like 1 week, then never again, D tier. Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, this is the only Zelda game that I've ever bought that I didn't finish. It just wasn't for me. 50% of the game you spend in menus. Bottom of B tier. Super Mario Party Jamboree, first good Mario Party I've played since Mario Party 8, A tier. Mario and Luigi Brothership, not played. Donkey Kong Returns HD, not played. Xenoblade X, as I'm recording this, isn't out, but if it's anything like the Wii U version, A tier. Hopefully that was 10 minutes. I definitely went over 5 seconds on some of them. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.